Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Code 369 and our motto is to learn by doing. Okay, we will be learning by doing. We will be having the sample projects and we will be learning how to do that. And today's topic is CSS transformation and Google Web Fonts. How to use Google Web Fonts. And this is full stack development course. Today is class 44. From next slide you will learn how to learn. You can pause the slide and you can read it. The main thing which is said here is whenever you see something you don't know, you have to ask question until you get clear of that. Okay, that's it. Never stop questioning, which was said by Einstein. Learning is an active process. We learn by doing. He says we learn by doing. Otherwise, you cannot learn it actually. So the knowledge which is used, that alone will be get stick into your mind. Otherwise, it will not stick into your mind. So do it. Okay. If you want to master something, teach it. Teaching is the best way of learning. This is a popular technique of Feynman and Richard Feynman. And you can be asking to whom I can teach. You can teach it to yourself. Okay, you can be a teacher to yourself. Just ask questions to yourself and try to explain it to yourself. Prerequisite: install VS Code editor and its extensions. Create a folder for VS Code and create an HTML file. To do all these things, I have given links in the description box. This is what our sample project for today's classes, and you can see a box here. What is the heading is create a box and move it using transformation. Actually the box was here, okay, the next to heading. The box was originally next to the heading, next line to the heading, okay. But what happened here is I have moved it to here. So how to do that? Using transformation. That is what we are going to learn now. So copy this heading and go to your VS Code editor. Now I have created a new file name called project4l.html, and this .html extension is very important. Here you can see select language mode, and I have selected this as HTML. This is also very important. Next, what we are going to do is we have to construct the base structure of HTML by typing HTML:5. If you don't know what is base structure, you can watch the video which is given in the description box, and you will be knowing all the basic elements of HTML like open tag, close tag, and everything like what is content, what is tag name, everything. Now press Ctrl, now press enter. Okay, enter. Now you have got the base structure of HTML. Now what you have to do is you just delete this. This is not necessary, and delete this also. This is also not necessary. So by default the title for the web page is given as document, but you can type any name for your web page title. Okay, I am giving project 4L the same name as my file name. Sorry. Now I am going to insert the heading which I copied from the web page by typing H3 for inserting heading, and I am going to paste the heading. Now what you have to do is you have to create a box and move it using transformation. So how to do that? First of all, in order to create a box, what you have to do is insert a development. Okay. Now we have got development here. Now how to create a box? In order to create a box, you have to use internal CSS by using style element. Okay, insert style element in the head element, and here you are going to insert all your styles. So first of all, you have to represent this development using a class name. Okay, give a class name for this. Class equal to what class name? Moving. Okay, moving the box, moving box. So just moving. Okay, you can give anything, that's not a matter. So I am going to represent this development using a class name moving in the style element, okay, using a dot moving, and open and close curly braces. Now you are going to create box. How to create box? What are the things which are necessary to create a box? Height. Okay, I'm going giving as 200 pixels. And another thing which is width. So what dimension you should give? This also you can give 200 pixels. Now what you have done is you have created height and width for a box, but you have to create a border also for box. Okay, border also very important, like this. Okay, you have to create a box like this. So in order to give border, you have to type border, and you have to give border thickness now. So give 5 pixels. Then you have to give border style like solid. I am giving solid. And the border color, okay, orange. And give semicolon. Now press Ctrl S and open your file in the web browser. Okay. So how to do that? You have to go to your VS Code folder that you created for your VS Code, and you have to open that particular file you are working. And what is the file name for my, what is my file name? Project 4L. Okay, double click on it. Now you can see the web page title is Project 4L that we created, and now you are having a box. Okay, now you are having a box. So how to make this box moving like this? That's what we are going to do now. So go to your VS Code editor. Here you can see move it using transformation. Okay, so we are going to use transformation for that. So transformation, it is not transformation, transform. For telling we are using transformation just to understand. So give transform and colon, and in order to move the box from this place to this place, in order to move a box from one place to another place, we are going to use translate. Okay, transform is nothing but changing, but translate is nothing but from moving one place to another. Okay, so give translate, and there will be square bracket. Okay, just move it to the next line, it will be looking good, clearly understanding. So now what you are going to do is you are going to give two values, x and y axis. Okay, x and y axis. So how long you are going to move it from x axis, and how long you are going to move from y axis. Let's see the sample project. Here you can see this bar. If this is okay, I hope the mouse cursor is visible to you, and this is the original position, and this box has moved with x and y axis. For example, it has moved x axis to some distance, okay, and also y axis to some distance. So that is what we are going to insert the values. Okay, let's say it moves 300 pixel along the x axis. Okay, and 300 pixel along the y axis, and here you have to give semicolon. That's important. Now press Ctrl S and go back to your web page and press Ctrl R. Now you can see the box has moved. Okay, like this. Now what you can see is from this initial position the box has moved along positive axis for 300 pixel and also positive y axis for 300 pixel. Actually this is not positive x axis or positive y axis, just for the sake of telling. Okay, it has moved 300 pixel along x axis and 300 pixel along y axis. Okay, that's it. Next what we are going to do is create a box and rotate box using transformation. Here you can see the box has rotated to 45 degree. So how to do that? That's what we are going to see now. Just copy this and give heading H3 and copy the heading. Now I am going to give, now we have to create a box, right? So the same process like we did before, just copy this and paste here, but just change the class name. Okay, change the class name like rotate, because we are going to rotate. Okay, so rotate, and I will be representing that development here using the dot rotate and open and close curly brace. Okay, so we are going to create the box, so all the properties which we used before will be applicable to this also, the same height, width, the border, etc. Okay, just copy this and paste here. But the only thing which will be changing here is we translated here. Okay, we moved, but here what we are going to do is rotate. So give transform. This is also done by using transformation option. Okay, transform. So press enter. Now you will be having rotate option here. Okay, rotate. Now you have to give 45 degree. How to do that? Give 45 DEG. Okay, in order to make it considering as the degree. Okay, 45 DEG. And then what you have to do is I did Alt Z. Okay, for text wrapping. And that's it, my friends. Now go and see. Press Ctrl S and go back to your web page. Now you will be learning one more thing also. Why to use margin. Okay, just see that. Press Ctrl R. Now you can see this box, the second box which is rotated to 45 degree is here, but also the first box is also here. Okay, so why? Because we did not give margin for this box, for the original box. Okay, so let us go here and see. For the first box we did not give margin. So what happened? When it moved from original position to another position, it will occupy the following elements also. Okay, the following content also. So in order to avoid that, we have to give margin. So what you can see here is the box, the first box, this first box moved from top to bottom. Okay, so for the initial position itself we have to give margin, so it will not go outside of that margin. Okay, so let us give margin. Here you can give margin, and if you give commonly as margin, and what margin you should give, here we have moved to 300 pixel down. Okay, so we can give 300 pixel. So let us see what will happen. Press Ctrl S and go back. Press Ctrl R. It has come down and it did not affect the bottom content. Okay, but what happened here is that we have given margin, common margin. Okay, for all the sides. So in the top the margin is not necessary, but it has occupied some extra space for margin, and in the left and right also the margin is not necessary. So for the bottom only we need margin, because bottom only there is content. Okay, so give bottom margin alone, bottom margin. Okay, how to give that? Margin bottom. Okay, hyphen bottom. So what it will do is it will be allocating margin only to the bottom side. So press Ctrl S, go back, reload. Here you can see some space, the unnecessary space which was occupied for margin in the top and left has now got resolved. Okay, now you can see the margin is allocated only to the bottom. Okay, so that it will not affect this content. And for the second box also we should give margin, because it is rotated now. So okay, in order to make it not disturbing the content, we should give margin for the second box also. Also you can see it has moved side of the screen in the left side. Okay, it has moved beyond the screen in the left side. So in order to avoid that also we have to give margin. So how to give margin? For the second box also you have to give margin. For 4 sides you have to give, because it has rotated. Okay, so give margin. Let's say the margin is 50 pixel and see how it will appear. press Ctrl S and reload. Now it is okay. So you can give 100 pixel in order to make it looking clearly visible. Press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Now it is clearly visible. For the first box also, you can see this is touching, okay, not touching exactly, but it is very closer to this content. So you can give some extra margin for the first box also. Let's say 310 pixel. Press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Okay, now it is little bit fair, little bit, okay, it's okay, that's not a problem. You just know how to do it. Now the third thing which we are going to do is create a box and make it big 2 times using transformation. Now press Ctrl C and go back to your VS Code editor and give heading using S3. Okay, we are going to make the same box, so all these things are same. Press Ctrl C and press Ctrl V. Okay, you just need to change the class name, that's it. Class name is bigger, okay, you can give any name. Here also the same thing, just copy this, Alt Shift down arrow and just change this class name as bigger and delete all these things, okay, these are not necessary. Now what you are going to do is using transform, what you are going to do is scale, okay, that is the option which you are going to do, that is the option which you are going to use. So inside this open and close bracket you have to give value. Scale in the sense I am going to give 2. So what does it mean? It will become 2 times bigger. If we give 3, it will become 3 times bigger. So press Ctrl S and go back. Here reload. Now you can see it has become 2 times bigger, but here also some margin problem is arising. So what we have to do is, you have to give margin here, okay. Give margin. Here it has become double the times bigger, okay. What does it mean? The height will become 400 pixel, the width will become 400 pixel. So give some extra 200 pixel, okay. You need not know these mathematical concepts at all, just give some value, trial and error, okay, and you will understand. Press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Now it has become normal, okay, that's it. Next what it is, copy this and what we are going to do is skew one box in x-axis, okay, and one in y-axis and another in x and y-axis. Okay, this is skew in x-axis, okay, this is skew in y-axis and this is skew in both x and y-axis. So how to do this? Skew in the sense little bit getting the angle is little bit getting slightly changed, okay, that's it. The angle is changed, that is what skew is. You can see here with respect to x-axis the angle is changed. Here you can see with respect to y-axis the angle is changed. Here is both x and y. You don't need to remember all these technical terms, but just know what it is and how to do it. Just copy this and go here and paste the heading using H3, okay. And now what you are going to do is you are going to create the same box as you done before. So just copy this, but now you are going to create 3 boxes, okay. So press Ctrl V, again in the next line press Ctrl V, and again in the next line press Ctrl V. Now you have created 3 boxes. Not created 3 boxes, but we have created development. And I am going to change the class name SKEWX. This box is for SKEWX and the next box is for SKEWY and the next box is for SKEWZ, okay. Then what you have to do is you have to create box. How to do that? I am just copying this whole thing because this is a box. Okay, copy this, everything, height, width, border, all the things are same. So press Ctrl V. Now only thing which you are going to see change is just delete this. Okay, this is not necessary because we are going to use different transform option. So what we are going to do is skew. Okay, skew x. First of all, skew x. So you are going to give some degree value, 45 degree. Okay. And here you should have changed the class name. Okay, our class name for this box is qx. And copy these two things. Press Ctrl, press Alt Shift down arrow. You will be having similar things. And here we are going to use skew y class and skew xy class. Okay, here I did not change z, I have given. Okay, xy. Okay, so I have mentioned all these development here using the class names qx, qy, qxy. Okay, for skew x we have done 45 degree and here you can change it to y. Okay, skew y 45 degree, and here what you are going to do is skew xy, and this is also 45 degree. Okay, now press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Skew x, skew y, some problem is there for skew x, skew y. For skew x and skew y you should not give like this, and how to do is just give skew and insert 2 degree values for x and y axis. Okay, like 45 degree, 45 degree. And now press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Oh, this box is almost invisible. Why? Now let us change the value and see. Okay, I don't know whether it is possible for 45 degree. So give 20 degree and 20 degree. Okay, press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Now you have got the third box. So here also what is the problem is margin. Okay, you have to give margin, otherwise all these 3 boxes will be getting closer to each other. Okay, so you have to give margin for all the 3 boxes. For example, margin here is, we can give 200 pixel. I don't know whether it's 200 pixel is necessary, but just give 100 pixel. Here also give the same 100 pixel. Press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Okay, now it is looking good. This is qx, this is qy, and this is qx and y. Okay, we have done. You can insert text inside the box also. How to do that? Inside the development you are going to insert the text. For example, skew x, skew y, skew x and y. Okay, press Ctrl S and go back, reload. Now you can see the text here. Okay, skew x, skew y, skew x and y. Okay, and one more thing which you are going to see in this project is how to use Google Web Fonts. Okay, how to use them. Here you can see the font is different. Okay, here you can see the box, the font is different, but here the font is different. Okay, because I have used Google Web Fonts in this project. Okay, so how to do that? First of all, go to Google Web Fonts and press enter. Here you can see Google Fonts, open it. And you will be seeing a lot of fonts here. Okay, in Hindi, in English, in Chinese or anything. But what you have to do is you have to select the font. For example, I am going to select this font. Double click on it. double click on it, and a thing will appear like this. Okay, you can select from here also. There are multiple options, so you can select from this also. So I am going to select this. Okay, select this style. You have to click like this, select this style. Oh, why can't I get it? Sorry. Now I have come back, but let us see another style. Okay, let me try. So here you can see similar. There are n number of styles, but what you have to do is and select this style. Okay, click on select this style, and here I have a missed option like view selected families. Okay, click on them. Here you can see, just dismiss this. Here you can see I have selected a lot of families. Okay, so just click on it. Oh sorry, I have selected a lot of styles here, so remove it. Okay, remove all. I have given remove all. Here also I have given remove all. Here also I give remove all. Okay, so here you can see only one style. So what you have to do is you just have to see here. Okay, here you can see link. Okay, here you can see link. So just copy this whole link. Just copy this whole link and press Ctrl C and go to your VS Code folder, and in this head element, okay, in this head element what you have to do is just copy this, just paste this. Okay, just paste this. Okay, and the first thing which you have to do is you just have to copy the link. Okay, this link, and you have to paste here. And the second thing is you have to copy this CSS rules. Okay, CSS rules to specify families. Just copy this rules. Okay, copy this, and you have to give CSS style. Okay, in the style element what you have to do is just go here and specify where your web font should be implemented. For example, I am giving body. So what does it mean? It will be applying to the whole web page. So paste here. Okay, now press Ctrl S and go to your web page and press Ctrl R. Now you can see the text has changed. Okay, now you can see the text has changed like this. Okay, it has changed. So that is what, my friends, it is working. And even if you have doubt that whether I have done a magic or not, let us comment this out. Okay, also if you have to disable the styles, you just comment it out. Okay, it will not work. So comment it out and press Ctrl S and go back and reload. Now it has got normal fonts. Okay, now just remove this comment and press Ctrl S. The styles will be applied. Okay, web fonts. Press Ctrl R. Now you can see the web fonts has got implemented. So that's it, my friends. Today's project is over. And thank you for watching my videos and supporting me. And please remember to subscribe me. Let us see in the upcoming videos. Thank you.